Received a question from Amanda. Amanda asks, I received like a private message the other day from a girl, and she's like, "Hey Grant, a lot of time when you say ask, sounds like you're saying ass, like A-double-S." So asks, "Hey Grant, I hope you are well. Quick question. I see in a lot of your videos you talk about strength training and also a lot of fat loss stuff as well. So I'm assuming that you favor towards more of the powerlifting for fat loss. Is this the best route or training style to help you lose body fat?" Hey, this is a really good question. The answer is yes and no. First off, there is no such thing as a fat loss workout. I don't give a fuck what anyone says. There is no such thing as a fat loss workout. Full stop, end of story. To help you understand this is that if you are not on a diet that focuses on a caloric deficit, it doesn't matter what you do in the gym. You can do 5 rounds with Mike Tyson. You can do the biggest workout in the world where you're lying in your own pool of sweat and vomit, but you still go home and eat Hungry Jacks and Macca's and KFC and don't give a shit about your diet. You will not lose body fat. End of story. Okay, so there is no fat loss workout. There is no workout that will override a shithouse diet. You can't out-train a bad diet. I know it's such a cliche thing, but I think we really forget about that. And then we start looking for a fat loss workout. If anyone tries to sell you a fat loss workout, they're fucking lying straight to your face. Okay? There is no such thing as a fat loss workout. As long as you are in a caloric deficit, you can perform any workout regime, style, system, whatever you want, whether it's powerlifting, hypertrophy, cardio, like speed training, plyometrics, whatever. As long as you are in a caloric deficit and you perform some form of strength training along with accompanied by a bit of a cardio training as well, you will lose body fat. If you ignore the caloric deficit part, it doesn't matter what you do in the gym. Ain't gonna work. True story. So this is when I first started back, when I was, getting into the whole personal training and online training, and I actually received my very first online client. I was actually quite desperate, I guess, at the time. Not now. Now I'm like, hey, this is the rules. You either follow this or fuck off. Go somewhere else and go work with someone else. I don't want your time or your money. So back in the day when I was sort of desperate for clients and whatnot, I guess, I was more lenient, right? I guess. Anyway, so I worked with this girl and she's just like, I don't care about my diet. I just want you to write this program for me and make it really hard and really make sure I'm exhausted at the end of the workout. I'm like, okay, all right, again, because I was like, you're my first client and I need your money. All right, I'll do it. So I wrote the program. We worked together for, I think it was 5 months. She didn't address her diet every couple of weeks. I'd send her a message, hey, how's your diet going? Nah, shit, don't really care about it. By the way, her goal was still trying to lose weight. We worked together for 4 months. I tried to write some of the most brutal workouts I've ever, come up with. I think she lost in 4 months, I think it was like 2.5 kilos. Again, now it's a different story. Now, as I said, like, a girl comes to me and like, hey, I want to lose weight. I'm like, all right, sweet. Well, we're going to do your diet. And she's like, nah, I don't want to do that. I'm like, all right, okay, catch you later. So again, to get back on track, take a leaf out of that chick's book is that it doesn't matter. We can put together the hardest, most brutal workout in the world. And don't get me wrong. And there's going to be someone that's going to comment on this fucking video and say, oh, well, Grant, I don't do any, diet stuff and I still train and I lost 4 kilos in the first 2 months, whatever. Yes, in the beginning, if you're doing absolutely nothing, you're starting at 0 exercise, your diet's terrible, whatever, and you just add in a bit of exercise, yes, because you've caused a little bit of a caloric deficit by simply moving more and burning a little more calories throughout the day. But eventually that's going to stop working and it'll stop around the 6 to 8 week mark. Okay? So the greatest thing you can do to continually to improve and progress with your fat loss results is to focus on improving your diet. Now, to answer your question a little bit more, I do favor towards the strength training side of things simply because when you're in a caloric deficit, and if you're in especially if you're in a real aggressive one, which I don't recommend, but regardless, if you're in a caloric deficit, you are a little bit you're just a little bit lethargic. And look, there's going to be some good days where you're going to feel really energetic based on, the combinations of the foods that you can eat and stuff like that. But generally, you're not feeling, oh my God, I feel amazing right now. Because you're in a caloric deficit. You decrease the amount of energy that you've been consuming. So it's very hard to hit those really high rep workouts that really zap your energy because your recovery is so much harder the next few days. You're really sore all the time. So I find that strength training, in terms of lower rep training, one, it's a lot easier to preserve the muscle, because that's another sort of negative effect of being in a caloric deficit. Is that when you're in a caloric deficit, is that there is a little bit of a chance you can lose some muscle mass. So I find that by having the reps lower, it's a lot easier to preserve the muscle mass whilst being in a caloric deficit. And it doesn't zap you, those workouts don't zap your energy so much where you're just lying in your own pool, sweat and vomit, and it takes you 5 days to recover from, and then you're just dragging your feet to the gym. So that's why I do like to prioritize people with more of a strength-based focused program whilst being in a caloric deficit to focus on fat loss. So hopefully this answers your question. And by the way, if you'd like more of a powerlifting sort of style workout, I've got one, it's free and you can download it. What I'll do is I'll leave a link in the comment section on this video. Click that link, it'll take you to my website. You can download the program for free. It's called Athletic Curves. You just need to be able to train 3 times per week, and it does follow a kind of a powerlifting style training system. So you might like it. All right, that's it for now. Hope you enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching, and I'll talk to you soon.